Howdy, and welcome back to Watch the Skeet. Today we're joined by Elliott and Mikey from Morning Momentum. You've probably seen these pair out at sunrise on a jog or bailing into the sea on a brisk Manx morning, while the rest of us are still clinging to a coffee. In this episode, we're talking about early starts, cold dips, why they reckon it's the best way to start your day, and everything in between. Let's get into it, gentlemen. How are we?
Very good.
Very good.
Mega.
Very good. Flying.
Weather.
Yeah.
Pristine for what you guys are doing at the moment, isn't it?
100%.
100%.
Yes.
Did you dip this morning?
You did.
I did. Yeah. I was on there.
Nice.
And you did. It was the sunrises at 6 a.m. again, wasn't it? Which
Unreal
is the
today.
best time of the year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you get it at the
golden.
start of the year and you get it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That sweet spot of 6 a.m. sunrise coming in
Nice.
when you're in the sea.
Golden
And is
hour.
it warm at that point?
It's fairly warm, to be fair.
Sea
Yeah.
warm or not?
It's
Is it
one of
ever
them-
warm?
I say it's warm.
Yeah.
But that's because in the winter it's
Yeah.
effing freezing.
And
So.
let's just say it's a lot warmer than April.
You reckon?
March and April, yeah, that's
Aye.
painfully cold at that
But
point.
if the weather's cold outside and the sea does the sea not feel warmer then, or if it's really hot outside, does the sea not feel colder?
Because it's
No.
the big body of water, it takes time to catch up with the season.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
So at the
Right.
end of winter, it's at its coldest. At the end of summer, it's at its warmest. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
one for you.
That is the fact of the day. Because I was thinking, if you're getting in something when you're dead cold yourself, surely it might not be as cold. But I wasn't sure on where that sort of stands. So how many people jumped in this morning with you?
17.
Bloody hell!
Aye.
That's a group,
It's
isn't
just
it?
alright, isn't it?
What, you all just bail in the sea before the jog or after the jog? After I presume.
Yeah. Get
And
hot.
all 17 running as well.
5 were walking.
Aha.
12 was, I think 12, no, 10 of us might be running. 2 had a bit of a lie-in and met us for the dip. So
Often happens.
17, that's a good bunch.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
Very good. So talk me through how Morning Momentum really started, gentlemen. Like, where's this?
long
Like
time
17
ago.
people is quite a lot to get in one group, just the northern group, right?
yeah.
For just one group. So
Mm-hmm.
so where did this sort of all begin, and how have you ended up getting to those sorts of numbers in just one section of the island?
Well, Ramsey, really, isn't it?
I'll let you take over that one. Go
Yeah.
from the Laxey day.
Laxey Day, oh yeah. Yeah, we had an
Mine and
intro.
yours.
Yeah,
journey.
let's go right back to the
Yeah.
very beginning on
Bloody
me note
hell.
sheet I've got here saying
How long have you got?
where did this all begin? Basically.
It began, Laxey Beach was the first time me and Elliott got in the sea.
Right.
In the morning, about 6 a.m. as well, wasn't it?
Mhm.
And I only got up to my waist. I thought,
Same.
fuck this.
Same.
Not so
Brutal.
Yeah, and I remember driving back, and my legs were like buzzing. You know what I mean? And I was like, I need to get my whole body in next time. So that's sort of how the cold water started.
Yeah.
And then,
For a while, it was kind of just me and you going in the. Me being an idiot that I am was, oh, we should do this and then go for a run.
Yeah.
And he goes, we do the run first.
yeah,
All right, yeah, that sounds like a better idea.
I'm not getting cold, and then go for a run.
Yeah.
Wet feet.
Yeah, and wet boxes. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
no. We've done it a few times since then. It's not
Doesn't
too
work.
nice at all. No. So that was it. Then it was we just pretty much every morning we seen how good it was making us feel. You know, COVID was happening at the time. The world was on shutdown, so it was a case of this was what was making us feel good at the time. So
Right.
Yeah,
And it
Right.
worked.
it worked.
oh yeah, still to this day, my day is completely different when I do Morning Momentum compared to when I don't.
I agree. I try to ice bath every day or every other day if I can, just in a little IBC, and it's surprising. I mean, you'll probably feel so invigorated after you get in
Yeah,
compared to if you wake up and you're just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Feel
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
100%.
Yeah.
I do anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
So let's keep going with your story there before we go down the rabbit hole. So it was
Yeah.
Laxey. You were going in the
Laxey,
pair area.
yeah.
Where are we up to
and
after
then,
that?
And then one of our good friends, he got arrested on the
Ian.
beach. Ian.
I know, Ian.
So we thought, right, we'll steer clear from Laxey. So we were doing it in Ramsey, weren't we? So that's where it was closest. Made a bit of a daily thing, didn't we? Because you're like, this is unreal. The benefits we were getting from it.
Yeah.
You know, just sharp as anything. You know, feeling great. I'm not a morning person, and I was like,
You are
I'm now a morning person.
Mint.
Yeah, mint, exactly. And then we had a few mates who joined us, and there was about 5 of us, and then it got a bit competitive with like, right, who can
The
who
running,
can
the
be the most
jumping.
consistent and just keep going. Yeah, the running, the jumping.
Yeah. That summer was
cliffs.
ace, wasn't it? Just there was like 5 of us that were there pretty much
Yeah.
every day
Just
for
the
a
boys
whole
sort of
summer.
thing.
The
It
boys,
was,
mate. Yeah.
Cruising.
you know,
Oh,
and that was
it's a
before it was
big
even more
vibe.
momentum.
Yeah.
You know, that was just a group of mates that were doing the same thing over and over again. But obviously, me and Mike started it, and then over the winter we kind of kept it going a little bit, didn't we?
It got a bit mental through the winter, to be
Yeah.
fair, didn't it?
Yeah, and
Doing it in the dark,
that's it. And
head
then
torches.
your videos started, and that's kind of where Morning Momentum started, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Once you started putting the videos together.
Well, me and Alex.
That's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
me and Alex Foster. He's now in London, living it up.
Mhm.
But yeah, we were making reels more so to hold each other accountable. So if you
Ah,
weren't in the video,
Yeah.
you knew who was slacking.
And I
No
can
video
vouch-
evidence.
And I can
That's
vouch
it.
that if you look at a video and you're not in it, the FOMO is unreal.
yeah,
Ask anyone.
why
who
was
does
I not
that.
in
Yeah,
there?
literally.
setting like 100 alarms that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not doing that again. Yeah.
It'd be like a buzzer going off in your whole house and family would be awake.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
And-
there's 5 of you.
yeah. And then
What a crew.
it was great, really cool. And then I can't remember who it was, but we decided let's make it even more competitive and do a 30-day
I
challenge.
think the first one was
30-day challenge, and I was injured, I think, wasn't I? So I was doing like home workouts, cold showers, wasn't the same. Yeah, well, yeah.
It's definitely not the same.
I find it harder actually,
It
because
is.
it's like touching bits of your body,
Yeah.
and,
And
you're
it's flowing as
Yeah.
well. It's like,
Yeah.
Cold showers aren't as easy as.
and you got to like you're
submersion.
staring at it and you're like, right,
Yeah.
psyching yourself up to get in there.
like, that's it.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 30-day challenge. So that put an even more competitive edge on it, but it got more people interested in it. And then at the very end, we did like a big day,
Mhm.
and then that's where we like sort of put it out to the public because they seen our videos and they're like, we were getting a bit of some likes and shit like that. And yeah, we had nearly 100 people
Yeah,
show
I
up
think the
on.
first one was about 95 people.
We were all just like, what?
On Ramsey Beach. We honestly couldn't believe it. It was
Wasn't it?
insane.
Surreal.
Yeah, from my little man came and he was maybe 8 at the time, maybe even younger with one of his mates, all the way up to 65, 70. The age range was
95
ridiculous.
people in Ramsey
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah, well, that's not even the biggest one we've had. That was just the first one.
That's bananas.
Isn't it?
Is that at the was that the point where you thought we're onto something here?
Oh, 100%.
Was that, or are we mad or are we onto something?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both, definitely. Yeah.
I'd have been walking around. I'd be thinking, how is this happening?
How's that?
Well,
Yeah,
it
6 o'clock in the
was.
morning, looking around, going like, still half asleep, thinking you're still dreaming, kind of thing.
A load of strangers, or did you know every single one of them?
No,
No.
far from it. You know, we're from Ramsey, and we know many people in Ramsey. So the vast majority of them, yes. But there were so many new faces. Some of them have become very good friends since then through Morning Momentum. So, yeah, the mix is incredible. And still to this day, the mix of people that we get in is ridiculous. At first, many people thought because it was a group of lads, one of the questions was, "Oh well, I don't think I can keep up," or it just seems a bit laddie at the minute. Now it's predominantly women these days, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Why do you
So,
think that is?
no idea. It's just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah,
what
and
will be,
seeing
will
how
be.
it goes.
Yeah. What will be, will be.
And why Morning Momentum? Was at that point when that 195 people was on the beach? Is that when Morning Momentum sort of
Like
flourished?
the name of it.
Yeah, that
was you,
morning,
right?
like that
Was
sort of
because-
time, or
I think it was Alex again.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shout
'cause
out,
it's
Alex.
credit
Yeah.
to him.
But yeah, it was. I think name come from when you do it. You actually do. Because what's that saying? Is it eat the live frog or something like that? First thing in
Where
the
we
morning?
going there?
I know. There's a
Early
saying.
bird catches the worm.
Something like
Nah, well, it's basically do the hardest
Oh, okay.
task first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So get that out of the way, and then it's all, downhill.
I agree.
Yeah, it just flows better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? Rather than wait until the end of the day to do the hardest task, and you're just dreading it. You're like, oh, I've got to do that, and it never gets done. So yeah, get out, get in the cold. That's
Right.
pretty tough.
And that's
Yeah.
where the idea came from, Elliot.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, so we have our core principles: early rise, exercise. Should we say movement? Because there's you can do anything you want to do. Cold exposure, and then we do have community in there as well, which is just that's inevitably what we are.
Right.
But Morning Momentum itself is anyone can do it anywhere on your own. If anyone listening, if you want to, do it yourself.
Yeah.
And then just send a picture into our Facebook. This is my Morning Momentum of you getting up early, you doing some kind of movement, getting out, walking the dog, whatever it is, and then some cold water exposure. That's the formula. It's that simple.
Right. That's quality, isn't it? And is that like? Do you think it's just the freshness of it?
Yeah.
Just freshens you right up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of that.
Yeah.
So what year? What year was this? 95 people at Ramsey Beach. What year was that? Let's take it. Let's keep that story going.
2022. That was
2022, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. 2022, and then
Right. So we're bloody hell. We've been going a while then. I didn't realise we've been going that long.
What was the day?
2021
Beach? Yeah.
was Laxey Beach.
Which was April 2021,
Yeah.
was it?
And then it was. Could be no. I think we had a challenge in November, but that wasn't like with a big day, was it?
No.
It was only until the summer of 2023. No, 2022 is when we had our first big day where we had
95 people. I think we had one at the start of the year, a 28-day challenge, and then we had one at the end of the year where we got even more, didn't we? I think it was like 110, 115 people at the same time.
Wow. And what are the 28 days challenges? Where do those ideas come from? So it's a group, or is it just challenge yourself to the 28-day challenge?
Both,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because now fast forward from that point to 2025, I sometimes see it. I'm actually on one of the more momentum groups on WhatsApp.
Okay, nice.
So I got sneaked into there, so I keep track of what's going on.
Brilliant.
But I thought I'm going to plant the seed here before this podcast. I got to keep an eye on what's going on here.
Why haven't we seen you, Percy?
Where
have you been hiding?
under the covers, me like a little sneaky snake, just like keeping an eye on these pair before I have to give them some.
We're going to have to scroll through all of our WhatsApp contacts now. You never know who's in there.
Just me sneaking round. Hello. But yeah, I see there's quite a little bit of competitivity now between like Douglas, South.
Yeah, we've
North.
done one before. We did a 5-day challenge, and it was only it was a on the whim type thing, whatever that is. And the idea was who can get the most people throughout the week and each day, just tally it up. And we'll do more of that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't say it's so much competition at the minute. It can be, and it adds a little bit of extra fun.
Yeah.
But you know, East, it's Douglas. They're always going to get a lot of people, and they've got one hell of a crew these days. North has always been a really tight-knit little family, hasn't it? It's crazy. East has done the same, and then South as well, thanks to the likes of Vix and stuff, who, you know, we mentioned before that over the winter, she kept it going single-handedly. Kept more momentum going over the winter.
Held the torch, didn't she?
Oh, 100%.
Held the torch. I like that.
Literally.
Let's go.
Oh, she did, and with the typical Vic smile going with it as well. So, the South has got a hell of a vibe to it as well. They've all got their own little...
yeah, right.
Northern Monkeys.
Yeah.
Dougie Boys.
Yeah.
And the Southern
Southern
Fairies.
Fairies, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's strange, isn't it, how the Isle of Man differs on where you are? Because people think, it's such a small place, surely everywhere is sort of the same.
Like the weather.
But it's not, is it?
No,
Why do you
being
think
from
that's
Ramsey.
different? Why have you moved down south if you're from Ramsey?
He's a fairy.
He's just
Can't
rinsed
argue
you
with that.
there, like completely pulled your pants down.
Typical. Basically, I'm not going to argue with that. No, the South, especially in the summer, it's a place to be.
You think?
Oh, it's a place to be in the
Why?
summer.
What makes the South different than the North then? Here we go.
Closer to the equator.
No, I love the North. Like, there's no doubt about that. I love the North, love the people. I think for me, it was a case of I knew everyone, and it was we needed a bit of a change.
Right.
So, I mean, that was all it was for me.
Fresh
and
start.
you know, I've got an 11-year-old. I'm not going anywhere for years. So if it wasn't for him, I'd be over in Thailand or something like that. Whereas, you know, he's here for a little while, which means I'm here for a little while. The South was the next best thing to get as far away from where I was as possible. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I do still love the Ramsey. The Northern group, towards the end of last year, when we got our 100-day challenge.
Looking at that.
Yeah, so this was only collectible by anyone who did the 100-day challenge, which the North did. And we really did become like a family up there, didn't we?
Yeah.
The guys, it was unbelievable. So through struggle, we've all become quite close, to be honest. Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Why do you think the North is different than the South and different to the West and different to the East? I'm interested in this because it's a reoccurring conversation I have with people. Is what makes each place different?
I can't say for sure, but with Morning Momentum, it started in Ramsey, so it was a different dynamic in the group. Do you know what I mean?
They see themselves as the OGs.
I guess.
100%.
Yeah, I think people have called us the posh group a couple of times as well. So
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe with the affluent, more grown up. But
I think
I don't see that myself.
No,
No.
not with you in it. No. I think Ramsey has always been its own. It's us against the world up in Ramsey. We're so cut off from everywhere else. Very community based. You could not leave Ramsey and survive in there. There's everything that you need. So there is a very community feel down
hardy,
there.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
A bit
more rough.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Elbows out.
Yeah, too right.
And it's always sunny up there as well. It's always sunny up there.
It is quite isolated, really, when you think about it. And to get out of Ramsey to somewhere else that you can fully sort of live at, you're probably talking Peel, really, or over the mountain to Douglas, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is a bit crazy when you think about it. You're dropping down to Ramsey from the mountain, you're thinking, well, bloody bugger, dear.
Yeah, you're literally in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. It's just like its own little village just blossoms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what bays do you go to if you're on the north end? You only Ramsey Bay? Or you're hitting are you hitting Glen May?
Yeah.
Not Glen May. What's that other fucking place out to the right
there?
there?
You got Portlawaig, Portyvollen, so it's like the Mackled area.
Mackled, that was it,
Mackled.
Right?
Yeah.
Not Glen May.
Yeah, those two beaches are. We go there, not often, but we go there now and again.
Right.
There's also freshwater dipping as well. Ballaglass, best spot on the island.
Oh yeah,
for dipping.
By far.
Never been there.
Oh, you'll give it a go. Come with us.
Is it in the north?
It's Mackled.
Right, never been there.
And you got Cornet down there.
No fast way of getting to Mackled from the south.
No, there's not. Yeah, I know. Don't I know it now? Yeah. So there's the beaches as well as freshwater dipping as well, which I think all of us prefer freshwater dipping, really, don't we? It's cleaner.
Yeah.
You get out of it, you feel cleaner.
You don't need a shower after it.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel clean.
The lack of salt in there, but don't get me wrong, we all love the sea as well. But there's something special about freshwater dipping for sure.
Right, well, more natural in a sense.
It is, yeah. It's just the lack of salt. And don't get me wrong, you can get some of them that aren't so clean, but we get in them anyway. But that's why we love Ballaglass so much, because it's spotless every time.
And it's colder.
Yeah, and it does seem crisper.
A degree or two colder in a river.
You reckon?
Yeah, the rivers are
You
definitely
think it'd
colder
be
than
a
the sea.
smaller area to heat up, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
but then it's all underneath the glens and everything.
And it's running, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not hitting the sun much. The trees cover it all, so it is kind of stuck in the shade all day.
That makes sense,
colder.
Actually. That makes sense. And is it the river you're getting to, or is it a pond? When you say freshwater, like you jump, just sitting in the river whilst it's running, like fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fresh cold water pool, isn't it? Like that one at Ballaglass Glen is like a natural jacuzzi. You've got,
but it's just a freezing jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you can pretend. You can pretend as well.
Yeah. Which we do. Yeah. But there's like a little sliding off the rocks. There's a really smooth sliding off the rocks. There's a few of them like that around the island, but obviously Ballaglass is one of the favourites. So you can sit at the top, slide into the pool itself, and you can sit under the waterfall and let it hit your back. And that's special. It's a special place.
And would you head up the Point of Air for an inspection or no?
No. I wouldn't go up there.
You're not supposed to go.
You got the
why not?
The currents coming together.
Yeah.
So you got the undercurrent.
Oh really?
They say it's dangerous up there. You shouldn't go swimming up in.
It'll take you out to sea.
Yeah, you'll be in Scotland in no time.
Right, and that's even more rogue than Ramsey, isn't it? Good lord.
You need more than elbows.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So what about Douglas area? Where do they dip? The east side.
Douglas is
Portskillion,
and that's I know
Groudle, and now and again, what's the other one? Port Sodrick.
Yeah. So it's
very seaweedy.
It's the less nicer one out of the lot, the Douglas dipping spot. But it's still an awesome crew that get together pretty much every day. So
you can't knock them, can you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, they've only got 3 options. They're thinking, right, well, would they ever go in Douglas Promenade, like in from Douglas Promenade, or no?
I think they may have maybe once or twice, but
tide dependent.
Yeah. I think the main one's Portskillion.
Where's that?
Below the Poppy.
Okay, Gasworks. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
So that's the main spot, because from there they'll go for a little run. You may even do the Gasworks steps or something like that, and then up and back round. So it's a good spot.
It's quite
Stony
cool,
Beach. Yeah.
Somebody sat in there and he was watching the Manxman or the heading out,
cruising on in, like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How long do you run for then?
Depends, doesn't it?
Is it like a set, like minimum K or walk minimum K or something?
No, it entirely depends, but and it's also location. So one of the things I I do miss about Ramsey is it's hills. So from where we go, we just go straight up.
The
Most
north
of the time.
is flat though, isn't it?
Well, so we go from Queen's Pier,
not
and then
Ramsey.
and then you can go straight up into the what's it called, the reservoir there.
Yeah, below.
So there's a lot of hills nearby, whereas down south it is a lot more flat. So they tend to do. You can go on a 10-minute run and be blowing out your ass on in the north, whereas down south you've got to do a 5K to feel like you're getting a workout. For some of us, anyway. Some of them like to do it a bit shorter. So it entirely depends on where and what the terrain's like and how the leaders feeling that day. Shout out to our leaders. You got Vic's down south, Cal Clark and Douglas. Sam Pemberton started it down south, so special shout out to him.
Heather, the drill sergeant, she's the walking leader in the north.
And then we've
ass.
recently brought in Joe Crellin as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she'll laugh at that. She'll laugh at that.
Stand to attention before you set off. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Start marching.
Little sweetheart though. Tough as nails, but little sweetheart.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And then talk me through the beaches south. Where do we go south? So for when I start.
So
After
you've
I've stopped looking at you on the group chat.
So you've got
Gonna hold you to that.
Spied on you.
At some point. There's
Hango?
obviously Port Erin, Hango Hill. I can't remember the one just further down from Hango Hill. I always forget the name of that one.
Port St Mary.
And then there's Gansey Beach down at Pottery End. They're the main ones.
I think there's more variety down south beach-wise than there is anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say
In
so,
a smaller area as well, isn't it? Not as
It
much
is
of a
very
pain in
spread
the
out.
ass.
It is very spread out. You know, in Ramsey, there's one spot where we mostly meet. I know you're doing things a bit different at the minute, aren't you?
Trying
Which is,
some new things.
but yeah, mostly it was always just meet at Queen's Pier. Whereas down south, you know, they meet in which I can see why, because in Ramsey, you know, Ramsey's the centralised location. Down south, you've got Port Erin, Port St Mary, and Castletown is not really a capital, shall we say, of down south.
No, it's every beach is sort of decent, isn't
Exactly,
it? And you
yeah,
go
yeah.
for a jog pretty much everywhere
Exactly.
around the south.
Yeah, yeah.
The south's better than the north.
No excuses then.
Exactly correct. I'm actually doing a run week myself at the moment. So me and my mate, I don't know if you're on that Strava thing. Have you heard of that Strava app thing?
Yeah, not on it.
I only just got on it, and I'm a bit of an old man when it comes to tech. And my mate, he lives in Germany, and he was like, get on this Strava thing and start running. So I was like, right. So I got myself set up on it, and I thought I'd go for a little jog. And I'm not really built for running. I just only ever played rugby and ran sort of short distances. And I sort of got a little bit addicted to it, which was weird. Because I was cold dipping in the morning, and like running, whichever order I was doing it in. I think I was running first, then cold dipping, and I was doing like across 4 ways and back to begin with, so just up the road.
Yeah.
And then I started getting a bit. I was like, I feel like I can go a bit further now. And he was like, well, why don't we train for a week and see who can run the furthest throughout the whole week? But if you don't track it on Strava, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Is what he said.
Yeah.
So I've been training now for a month to get to this point, and I'm feeling pretty good. I ran a 14K last night.
Ooh, nice.
Decent.
That was,
Yeah,
and
that's a
I'm
run.
not a runner by any means, but I just thought it would be good to mention that, because for someone who's not a runner,
That's a run.
that was the biggest run I've ever done, and thought to myself, I wouldn't have been able to do that a month ago. So for people listening, like doing what you guys do, just little runs in the morning, it's surprising how that can build up over time for
No,
somebody who's
100%.
so-called not a runner can actually get to the point where you can run, isn't it? And you start to enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But why do you start to enjoy it is where I was getting with that story. Why do you think when people get out of bed, they get excited once they've started and once they can do it?
Endorphin rush. You get the endorphins after you run. They call it a runner's high. So you're chasing that.
Right.
It's a
You know,
natural high.
About 10 minutes into your run, you start, you know what I mean, waking up, and then you're like, whoa, and then you break into it, and then you could go forever.
That's so true.
Second wind, as
Isn't
they
it?
call it. Yeah.
Second wind, yeah.
wind.
That happened to me yesterday. I got about halfway and I was absolutely bugging, and I thought, I'll just keep going here. Next minute,
Yeah, you feel like you can go forever.
I'm on then.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
incredible.
Lungs
Yeah.
open up, legs.
Yeah. Zooming.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You
Flying.
pick up the pace.
I think I'm
yeah.
with bullets
Your
flowing
mother-
at that wind going down. Like, big 6'3" fella running down the road. Like, what is going on here?
Good pavement shaking and all.
Say what him and Jimmy would look good next year.
100%.
Just like a pair of idiots running down the road. Everyone's waving to me, big red head on me, like, all right. Nightmare, I don't know. But yeah, I was just interested. Like, what do you think gets these people up once they get into momentum? What's getting them up every morning to go out as a group?
Yeah.
It's that, the endorphins, and it's also the community. You know, the beauty of it is, you're meeting with people for an hour in the morning, and you're all doing something that's difficult. You're all engaging in something that I don't think there's ever been a time when I'm walking into the sea going, yeah, this is great. It's freezing cold every time. You don't, but you all get in together. You all laugh and smile and run in together, and then when you get out, that's when you start to feel amazing. So it's that the community element of it is massive. Because it is accountability, isn't it? You turn up, you can't be bothered running, but if you just get yourself there, your shoes are already on and they're going anyway, so you're following with them. You know, it is that group accountability.
And it helps, doesn't it, if people encourage you?
Yeah.
Like dragging your ass out of bed by yourself to go for a run and dip in the sea would probably be trickier than rocking up in Ramsey. You're like, God, I don't really feel like it today. And there's you or the drill sergeant Heather going, get your bloody trainers on, we're going.
Yeah.
Bugger it.
Waiting.
Bugger it, I'll go. And that encouragement can sometimes be the tipping point for people, can't it?
Absolutely.
Do you think people come reliant on that then, the community side of things?
I don't know. I know I have at times, to be honest.
I mean, it can become a need where, you know, maybe you're going through something stressful.
Yeah.
Like your business is needing extra attention, or your relationships are needing extra attention or something like that. And you're like, you know, that's a release. But it's just because it's just that first hour in the morning, it doesn't interfere with anything else.
Yes.
I mean, you wake up, a million thoughts going on in your head. Just get out, go for a run, take your mind off it, have a bit of a laugh, and then you're in a much better headspace to
Sounds like to me it's becoming more than just a run club now.
That's a slogan.
That's a slogan, more than just a run.
I do my research.
Drop that one in. Very smooth. Very smooth.
But that's interesting though, because it's funny how things develop over time. Like from your first thing there in 2022, when your 95 people turned up, to now what it's became is quite impressive in my opinion. In my opinion, you seem to be everywhere on social media. It seems to have really sort of banged on the Isle of Man in my opinion. And how does that feel for you guys? Do you feel like you're like, God, we're bloody doing it here, or you're always looking for more, like looking like, what else can we do for the members? What else can we do?
I'd say it's been very, very, it's grown so authentically. Don't get me wrong, there's been many conversations with myself and Mike in the background and putting things together, and you know, we've got our leaders involved now that they have some input, and they quite often do things themselves. But yeah, where was I going with that?
I don't really know. I was more. Well, I asked you where.
Go on.
Like,
ask me again.
What's? I don't actually know. I don't know. What did I say there?
Apologies.
Like, how does it?
No, don't apologise. It's all good.
When you're asking, like, how does it feel?
Yeah, how does it feel to now it being more than a run club?
That's
and
where I was going.
Progressed
it was
further.
the authentic growing of it. So in 2021, it was just a few friends. 2022 is when a lot of people from Ramsey started to come. We created a community. The next year, we didn't really. Last year, 2024, we didn't really start until late on. So we got to January, and then we had Sam get in touch with us, which was a crazy situation itself.
Sam,
this is Sam Pemberton. So when me and Mikey were talking about the potential of franchising it out, he was the first name that came up. And then
what does Sam do?
He's a joiner, but he's also does and then he also does Cambo healing as well.
So what by franchising it out? What does that mean?
We just wanted to get it around the island. We wanted to do what it's done now. So it was conversations,
Because everyone's like, oh, I wish I lived in Ramsey.
Yeah, exactly. And then the funny thing was, he came to us. You know, we had said out of the names, he was the name. We were like, oh, we'd love to get Sam involved, and then he came to us and was like, I want to start one down south. So, you know, serendipitous, we call it.
Telepathy. Weird moment.
That's strange how things can develop like that, isn't it?
And it just continued to do so. So then obviously Vix came along and helped Sam, and then you paved the way for Douglas. He went down, just started one in Douglas. Cal Clark came along to one of them. He was like, I'll take over this one. And we genuinely couldn't have asked for better leaders. It's unbelievable. The guys fit the role so perfectly.
All got a love for it.
That's what you need, innit? That passion for it.
So it has just been a very authentic growth, hasn't it? With a little bit of guidance from us and the leaders, but most of it it happens the way it's supposed to happen.
But has it been how have you felt during that experience? It's been organic and authentic, but how does it feel? Like, do you feel pressure to keep it rolling, sort of thing, or is it sort of just like if it happens, it happens? Or
at times, yeah.
You know, like how does it feel for you guys being the people who are driving it forward? Is what I mean.
Yeah, it can feel like that.
Yeah, I guess in the name, Morning Momentum, the momentum. through the summer, you really feel the momentum picking up and up and up, and then it comes to the winter, and then you feel it drop off, and that's a real challenge I've found every year. It's to like, right, there's not as many people interested. It's harder to get up in the morning. You're fighting nature, you know, and it was working that up, you know, trying to work that out. But I definitely felt a lot of pressure on just putting it on myself of like,
same.
Why aren't we, you know, why isn't it like it was in the summer, in the winter?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
I need to be out there every day. But
So real though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that social pressure almost. You're a bit like, okay, we're known as a run club that runs a certain amount of time a week or consistently.
Consistently, yeah.
But then why? That must be weird. It being seasonal.
Weird.
I'm just thinking about that. Seeing that it's actually quite relatable, that pressure feeling, because I do this every week and I sometimes feel pressure of, you know, right, if things aren't quite going the way you want, you guys know yourselves, it's like, how can I change something to try and grow it?
Yep.
So looking into the winter, how can you guys, or what are you guys looking to do to maybe keep more momentum or diversify it into a different sector for the winter, for example?
I think it's kind of become its own beast. Like we said, like last year, we didn't ask Vix to plough on through winter, but she did. It's become its own beast. Yeah, exactly. So some people just, you know, they will go there. Me and Mike, you know, he's got River Sea, his own business. He's constantly chocker with that. You know, life gets in the way for us as it does other people, but for some people they have more time at particular moments, so they'll just fill in and they'll just be there. All it takes is for somebody to be there, you know, and then other people can turn up and join in. So it does kind of just roll as its own beast.
I kind of want to just drop it down to like 2 days a week where, you know, I'll be a bit of a drill sergeant and make sure I'm there and get other people there, hold me accountable, to try and keep it ticking along. And obviously with the sauna, on a Friday morning, I get the sauna lit for the, you know, for the morning momentum crew.
So you're the fella behind the saunas.
I missed that.
Well, yeah.
Right, okay, because I was speaking to Ian.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ian came on here.
I missed you at the Southern show.
Yeah, the Southern show. Ian came on here and we took some videos of us up there, which we are going to use of the saunas up there at the Southern show.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd just sort of get a bit of a conversation going with you guys here first, and then thought, oh, well, we actually joined you guys a few weeks ago, have a little look. Anyway, he was saying that was actually so intelligent, the fact the saunas, and talk me through why the saunas are by the sea and not by likes of your pond or your freshwater river. Why the sea?
That's a good question. I think it's close to where people live more than anything. That's
right,
sort of
okay.
What the location is to suit that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I would love a sauna at Ballaglass Glen, but then it's getting there.
Is it up in the
effort.
sticks? Is it Ballaglass?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, any sort of river, pond, I guess isn't it?
Yeah, they're always in the glens.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's just out of the way, and whereas on the beach you got people walking past, you know. Yeah.
So are they on Ramsey Beach, are they?
Ramsey Beach, and we're looking to have one in Laxey soon.
Oh, that'll be cool, man.
Yeah.
And you feel like it's going well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Steady away.
Steady away.
Nice.
Yeah. It did add a huge dimension to Morning Momentum because it was a conversation that we were having together, wasn't it? And Mikey just went, I'm pulling the plug.
Pulling the trigger.
Pull it.
Not the plug. Don't pull the plug out. Don't do that.
Well, yeah, he pulled the trigger, and that's it. As soon as it came, it just added a whole new element to it.
Right.
You know, like the Friday mornings and everything. It's just something else for us to get excited about during the week. You know.
That's it. And during the winter, there's trying to diversify and try and work out right. We've been going this way through the summer. How can we work in the winter? Yeah. What sort of ideas are you plucking up for the winter? Looking forward, obviously it's coming. Yeah. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. But what's coming?
Getting off of the wall.
Yeah. But what's happening? What's happening? Looking forwards for you guys at the minute. So yeah,
I think like staying consistent. Maybe doing a one like event. Maybe like indoor yoga a week over the weekend, just more for the social side.
Yoga.
Right,
okay.
So our Saturdays we always do like a class of some kind. You know, we've had the likes
like
of
maths.
Like a CrossFit or so. Like we say, the second pillar, should we say, is movement. So the idea is that we get our group to go and try something new, whether it be yoga. We've had sound bath from Amy. We've had CrossFit with Danny and Luke's, is it, up north?
Yeah.
You know, we've been to several different places. We've been to the Muay Thai gym, Jones MMA.
Oh, really?
We've been to the Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice.
So it's just a case of introducing our community to something else on a Saturday. So that's something over the winter, you know, just to keep us in touch with each other.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, we could still be doing those classes, and the guys are more than helpful and receptive to having us there. So we
mucking
love
in
it.
with the community
Oh, they love
side
it.
of things, like,
and then they come for a dip with us afterwards and a coffee. It's great,
Ooh,
you know. Oh yeah,
coffee after a dip is your
power.
oh,
yeah.
Oh, that gives me a
Cherry on top.
Times it by 5.
that gets me
exactly.
excited, actually. I mean, like, ooh, just sort of felt that there. Ooh, actually gives me a little kick without even doing it. Get straight into it.
Let's go.
Hell, I got a bit excited there. Yeah, interested, because the winter is a challenge in itself, isn't it, for everyone? And everyone feels down, and sometimes the spirits just need to be lifted no matter where you are. Where the shit, it's bloody cold, rainy, whatever. But meeting in a community and having those laughs and those familiar faces can sometimes just pick someone's week up nearly.
100%. Yeah.
Especially on the days where it is raining sideways and it's blowing a hoolie. Yeah, and you're all just looking at each other like, what are we doing? I mean,
Idiot.
There's been several of them occasions we're all just shaking our head at each other like, what are we doing here?
But then after it, you're like, wow.
That was ace. Messing each other. That was class.
Mega. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened on a more momentum?
We've said this before. If we could put together an outtakes,
you guys must have had some cracking experience.
We've had a few nudists. We've had try to look like we weren't encouraging it. It just happened.
Yeah.
I won't name drop anyone.
Streakers.
Streakers.
Carry on. Then let's see what else. What other stories have you got? What's the funniest thing that's happened to you on a more momentum morning?
Loads.
I mean, just be acting like kids. Like, do you know what I mean? Just
that's the best thing, is it? We
belly sliding down hills.
Yeah.
Slipping on your ass.
One of the good ones is Primrose Hill. That's
really?
So we climb Primrose Hill in Solby, and then there's a grass bank that you can fly down, and you can hit some speed. So we've got one day recorded from last year where all of us are just like hitting the bottom, wiping each other out.
Carnage!
Carnage! Just acting like kids
Big
again.
kids.
And you know, on these big days and everything, where you got people backflipping off the white wall, everyone jumping off. Just for me as a dad, my little man's there. And the best thing about it is my little man's watching a load of older men still act like kids. And it's showing them young lads.
We're having fun,
exactly, and it's showing the younger generations like you don't always need to have this serious grown-up head on you. You can act like a kid again.
Yeah, and it's creating an environment that people can act and have fun and let go for an hour.
Exactly.
Oh, man, that was invigorating.
Yeah. You get some really serious people just ended up acting like kids, and we have a lot of people who act like kids full time that turn up as well. So,
Mikey.
If you can catch Mikey after 8 o'clock, he acts like a kid. With a bit of grunt.
I act like a kid all day long.
Yeah, I can imagine I do too. These two of us.
A bit like you, actually. Business at the front, party at the back.
Correct. Keep your hair pinned back. Absolutely.
Like
what about what happens if do you get people falling over when they're running?
We did, I've
always injured.
Yeah.
You come a couple of corkers, have you?
Every year.
Trainers booking you off.
Just being too much of a kid, really, and trying to jump wall gaps and running too fast down a hill. That's how it usually happens,
wasn't it?
Yeah. I got to the top. It was the 28th day of the 28-day challenge.
Oh, I seen that you were all up the top there.
Yeah.
Climb
Hand on the top, the summit bit.
Yeah.
About 30 of us up there, weren't there?
Yeah. I must have just been like, right, I've completed it now. Just fucking, lost focus, pinned it down the hill. I was like Bambi on ice.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Limping the whole way
over tit.
Ass over tit.
Big style. Yeah.
I can just picture that in my head there.
Yeah. Honestly.
Oh dear. The legs going like the clap. Tumbling down. And then he's had an ice bath up there as well.
Yeah.
Up on Victory Cafe.
That's
right. Was it?
Kirky brought us up, didn't we? We had the sauna, fire and ice,
and then Robin Freestone on the decks.
Yes.
Getting the party going.
What time was that at in the morning?
That was about 7.
7, yeah.
On a Saturday or Sunday?
Thereabouts. It was a Sunday, wasn't it?
Sunday morning.
Oh, why did you choose Sunday, not Saturday?
Just because it was 28th day.
Yeah.
It just fell on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we
Sunday.
start on the Monday. So
Yeah.
the 28th day inevitably.
Fell on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have much choice really.
Yeah, it's sort of the way it rolls, doesn't it?
But that, having Robin up there as well was pretty special. Everybody, once again, acting like kids.
Cool
having a
vibe,
rave
though.
first thing in
Yeah,
the morning.
it was like everyone had had a drink.
Yeah.
You know.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, there's that
100%.
sort of
And did
atmosphere.
everyone go in the ice cold water?
Pretty much.
I'd like to say yeah.
The vast
There might be a
majority.
couple
anyway.
that were hiding, but no, yeah.
No, the vast majority. And what people are terrified because it's a big block of ice in there, but you've got loads of people around you going, you'll be fine,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
And then
we'll
you got the
support
sauna
you."
to go in after.
Yeah.
So
And you've
it's,
got
so it's-
Kirker there, who's
Legend.
made for that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, mate, I've never ever felt. I've been did my own little cold plunge in an IBC that I've got out the back of the garden. It goes green every so often. But that ice bath that Kirky has there, when you get in that thing, I've never been in something with ice, and it almost feels horrible when you're doing it. Actually, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 minutes of screaming
yeah,
at yourself, going,
screaming
get out,
out,
get out.
And I was like, he said, take your hands out when you get in, or keep them in if you want, because apparently if you take them out, it's not as bad. But I put my hands in to start with, and it felt like I was scolding my hands.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
then
yeah,
once you took them out, this weird tingly thing was going on, and I got out and I was like on fire. And then when I got in the sauna, I actually stopped being on fire. Why?
Bizarre.
What's going on there? Do you think? Why does ice
Well,
mix weirdly?
why does,
Why when you get in an ice cold? Why does it start to burn? Feel like you're burning?
it's a good question.
I think that's
Because
a
you
science
actually,
for Kirker
you
to
actually,
explain.
you actually
Kirk would-
colder.
The Iceman would know.
Yeah,
But you're actually colder. Why do you feel like you're burning?
No idea.
It's so cold, isn't it? It's almost freezing. So that
I
on
feel like
your
you're on
skin,
fire in a pool of ice, and
Yeah.
it just confused me. If you know what I mean, I wanted to ask you. I was like,
It's like
And Kirky would be able to break that science down for you.
oh,
no
he'd go
problem.
right into
Yeah,
that.
Oh, yeah.
He'd
for
go
sure.
into that.
Yeah.
He'd nerd out at that. Actually,
Yeah.
he's a legend of a
We're-
man, but he would just nerd out. He'd just,
Oh, yeah.
picture him sat here and just go, right, let's just break this all down.
Oh, it's
here.
brilliant. It's
And
brilliant.
once you get him going, I've heard the saying of people before, he's like a deaf Jack Russell. You can't get him back once he starts barking. Once he starts going about something, he's so passionate about
Oh,
it.
it's brilliant.
He just keeps going down a tangent. You're just like, whoa, hang on a second. Legend of a guy.
Listening to anybody talk about their, deep passions, you can just, even if you're not interested, you can just sit there and listen all day.
I
can't you?
could.
Do you know what I mean?
Sit there and just listen to him tell me about how ice affects your body and how good it is for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We're just there for smiles.
The
we're there for the
good-looking
community.
faces of it,
We're
say.
there for the
Yeah.
community. We're there to bring people together. That's what in mine and Mikey's journey. That's what we've done well together. Is we've just brought people together, whether it be for this or we've done various different things. But this has been obviously the most successful out of the lot.
By a mile,
Yeah,
mate, you guys have
yeah.
been pretty success. I think it's a great success, really, more than momentum.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's our role, isn't it? Just bring people together and allow them to give them the platform for it. But then you've got, it's great that Mikey's obviously works so close with Kirky still. I'm still very good mates with Kirky. We love him to pieces. So having the science right next to us, it gives it that kind of credence. He can be there to explain to people, well, this is what you need to do. These are the things you need to look out for. Whereas we can go, just come along, come and jump in. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, you guys do have to observe to a point then
Of
of when
course.
people are getting
Of
in and out.
course.
There is a serious
Of
aspect
course.
to it to a
There
degree.
is.
So when you're jumping in the sea then or in the cold water, what do you look out for if someone might not be reacting the best to it after a run, for example?
First of all, head count. So you need to know how many people are getting in, so you can make
that
sure
makes
that many
sense.
people are getting out.
Especially
So
floats
Especially
off.
if it's dark.
yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah. And then the other things is, the shivering. Kirky's explained once again. I wouldn't be able to rattle the science off like he can, but there's the shivering that can, that your body go into some sort of reaction.
Hypothermia, yeah. I mean, anyone who looks a bit vacant, a bit like not there. You look at
Ghost-like.
bit ghost-like, yeah, because it's like the body's gone into shock, and shows their movements as well. So that's when it's like right, and also if you see someone's jaw start going, and or like shivering, and it's like you're better off just getting up, start walking out, and they'll follow you.
Yeah,
Rather
that's
than go,
normally
you need
the
to
way.
get out to make them panic even more. It's like
Yeah.
right, it's time to get out because it's
getting a bit nippy in here.
Yeah.
Have you seen it before? Has it happened before? Or is it
quite often. It's whenever there's new people. I can only speak for myself here, but I'm sure you do the same thing. Is you keep an eye on them, and normally it'll be like I'll go and swim next to them, and I'll just be like, right, breathe. You need when you sit down, you need to control your breathing, relax your muscle. Just talking them through it, making them feel comfortable. And some people are quite shy, so it's a case of doing it quietly so that everybody else is having a laugh over there, and we're just trying to make sure they're comfortable or whatever it is. You can assess it as it goes, but it is a case of if somebody's new, just make them feel comfortable and understand that the most important thing is control your breathing. If you're still going, you're not relaxed at all. Yeah, that's not good for you. You need to.
Is that when it starts going game over?
Yeah, well, it's just not good.
It could, you could get into trouble.
Pretty sharpish.
Yeah.
Right, and that maybe that's the thing, isn't it? It's trying to educate people on how to make it safe is probably some of the challenge as well, isn't it? Like people are probably seeing what you guys are doing and think it's a great thing, and then it's important you guys, as well as putting the message out about how good for you it is, saying right, this is what can happen, but we make sure we mitigate that as a group, and we all look out for each other, like we said earlier about the community, everyone's understanding of what's going on there.
On that point, the RNLI were really good. The Ramsey RNLI put on a free course for us, just so that they were brilliant.
Cold water shock and and also secondary drowning as well, which is another thing that people can run into if they inhale salt water. You could be fine for an hour or so, and then it could fluid can start to build in your lungs, and then you can drown by that.
What the shit?
When you're out of your water and you go home,
I've not seen it or heard of it,
but it's something to just be aware of. If somebody inhales the water, they need to be kept an eye on, basically.
Really?
Yeah. It's something to do with your lungs start to produce the fluid in order to counteract the
salt.
Yeah, exactly, and then it gets too much and you can drown.
Oh my good Lord, I did not know about that. Christ, you got me in panic.
Blew our mind as well. We were like, what?
But that's stuff that needs to be known, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
It shouldn't scare people. It's just right, we know what's going on here now. And it's education more than anything, isn't it, realistically? And bringing everyone forward together on that journey, which is, when you think about it, pretty important, really, isn't it? Like, realistically.
Yeah, we don't want any tragedies.
No, not in Ramsey Bay on a Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock.
Definitely not.
No tragic drowning from not water, but your own lungs drowning. That'll be a write-off.
We wouldn't hear about it for a couple of hours afterwards anyway. They'd be back home.
See ya, out of here. Terrifying. So what's the future looking like? Obviously, we spoke about the winter looking future, but what I would like to see what you guys envision more the momentum being in like 2 or 3 years' time here.
We'd have to kill him if we don't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready for that. Let me hear it. I want to hear where you guys see this go. And
I think there is an element of keeping cards close to our chest. There is an element of that. We do have ideas. This guy is the ideas man. His mind is always over there somewhere.
You reckon? I couldn't tell.
So there's always always mad ideas. There's always things in the pipeline. But like we say, we're in the thick of it. There's enough work that goes into just running it as it is at the minute.
Yeah, totally.
As well as our own jobs and whatever it is. So as far into the future, I wouldn't say that we need to think that far ahead just yet. But like I say, there's ideas there.
You don't have any dreams like like a big dream.
This will be a good one. So when it was just me and him, there was one morning sat in the beach. I'll never forget this. Sat in the water. I think it was still pitch black at this point, I think. And he turns around to me and goes, "How amazing would it be if we were sat in the water and every single person in the world got in the water at 6 a.m. and it'd be like a Mexican wave of pure endorphins around the world, and our heads just went
that is mad."
How cool would that be? Everyone's routine.
6 a.m. and it would happen every minute.
And it literally would be, as the sun goes, it'd just be a Mexican wave of people getting mad endorphins around the world. So if you want to know,
it would actually go like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, whatever it'd do. Whatever it'd do. Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, time goes that way, doesn't it? But then the world goes up and down. The time zones. I don't even know how they work.
No,
it'd be some weird wave going on all over the world.
Whatever it is, it'd be ace. That
would
sure.
100% be
So,
ace.
do we have a plan for more momentum? Yes, for every single person on the planet to be in a cold water
at 6 o'clock
one day.
That is absolutely crazy.
There you go.
I'm going to give that. I thought you could actually say something else. You sat in the morning running in the dark in the sea, and Mikey reached over to me and grabbed me trim and trunks or something.
That's not a vision. That was a nightmare.
Oh dear, right. Happy days, gentlemen. I think this is a nice point to start wrapping this up, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank you
Spot
very
on.
much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you.
Hopefully, I fully support what you guys are doing. By the way, I think it's mega, and I think that 100% Vix is going to have to hold me accountable and tell me I'm going to have to come to a
Southern Queen. She will.
She will.
She'll be listening to this.
I hope she'd listen to this, because she's been shouted out quite a bit in it. So yeah, I definitely need to get down and have a crack, because especially now I'm addicted to running, which is maybe not the best, but oh well. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on here, and it's been great talking to you. And last question before we leave.
Ooh.
Herb's reminded me, well remembered, Herb. We always ask the final question. I got carried away. So obviously we've been talking about the Isle of Man, and we always ask this final question. What's one thing you'd change about the Isle of Man, and why? Thanks for reminding me, Herb.
Ooh.
That's why we have Herb here. So take a second to think. Take a second to think. We ask everyone this, and it can be linked to Morning Momentum, or it can not be linked to Morning Momentum. However, it's always asked. Go on then.
But I do think it's also a segue into a good point. Saying a positive into a negative is there is an idea. The Manx crabs idea. Which it's not just the Isle of Man that kind of thing happens to. It's easy to knock people down that you're close to. But on that, I do believe that that's massively changing on the island. There is a huge group of young entrepreneurs, or just these people that are setting up these communities or whatever it is. And there's I've shouted out a few of them today, but there's loads of them. And we all support each other. Whenever you do something well, or whenever you contact one of them, it's like, let's do something together. It's always trying to encourage each other, trying to better each other. So the Manx crabs element is something that I think most people on the island would like to get rid of.
Yeah,
if somebody's doing well, let's get behind them, let's support them.
Yeah.
But I do also think that that's massively happening these days. If you can find yourself in the right circles, which we definitely are in the right circles, because there's a lot of people that we know that want nothing but the best for the other people who are doing good things.
And you become what you surround yourself with, don't you? If you surround yourself with positive people and good feelings and good vibes, you end up. That's something that changed my life. To be fair, was actually sort of hanging out with people who I wanted to be like, in a sense, because you're chasing, trying to keep up with people rather than sort of running slower than them. If that makes sense, that old saying: if you run with people slower, then you never get any faster.
Exactly. Yeah. And you are a product of the 5 people that you spend most time with. Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're just like, what? That all gets a little bit mental, but when you look back and think about it, that's a really good point. That is. What about you, Mikey?
I was thinking a similar thing, the Manx sort of crabs thing, but also I think entrepreneurs, kids especially, I'd like to see have more more access and education around being more creative and letting that flourish, rather than I think it's just there could be more done there.
Encouraging young entrepreneurs. Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, fellas.
No problem. Thank
you.
It's been a pleasure,
Second
mate.
time saying thank you. Thank you. See you later.
Awesome.
Look forward to seeing you at Morning Momentum.